Now they do get the game started here. Cloudy, hot, steamy at kickoff, but you know, they only get to play 4 minutes and 5 seconds before calling it off. The Jacks have the football once. There's a pass to Isaac Wallace for a first down, but SDSU punts on their only possession. Iowa State scores on a screen pass, the only drive of the game for the Cyclones, but that score does not count because none of the stats will count. The game does not count. They cancel it after more than a 2-hour delay because of lightning in the area. Here's Coach Stig.
It was unique, and you know, you had that hope we were going to be able to play. You know, every time lightning strikes, you have a 30-minute window, you wait, and we kept getting that, so it was like they were dangling it out there. But you know what? They made the right decision. Safety first, and as we were leaving town, the weather really got bad, so we were glad the decision was made.
All right, joined now by Tom Nieman, who was actually at the game on Saturday. But Tom, did they do everything they could to try and get this game played? I mean, I was trying to follow on Twitter what was happening. Did they do everything they could have?
It was a mess, and they really did all they could. A lot of fans waited it out for 2 hours during that delay, just kind of hanging out in the concourse under the stadium to stay out of the rain, and that was kind of fun for a while, but then it got old. It did pour early on in the weather delay. The grass field would have been a mess even if they would have resumed the football game. The students were there. It was a great crowd. They had fun. It was just too bad they didn't get this game in, but the lightning did continue all night in the Ames area. The weather, as Stig said, got worse than it shows here, and the cancellation came down to a collective decision by the athletic directors, the head coaches, and the game officials. There was a possibility they could play on Sunday, but the weather was not much better then, and the logistics of getting the teams and the fans and all of the workers in the stadium back in there really didn't make it feasible to come back and do a do-over on Sunday, so they had to cancel.
Well, one of the biggest bummers is you think about a football season. It's not like basketball. There's a limited amount of games, and these seniors get robbed of a game. So, like, the burning question is SDSU trying to reschedule another one?
There is a possibility. It's up in the air right now, but here's Coach Stig talking about that.
The guys work hard for every rep, and there's a lot of reps in every game, and so I hope we can find something for those guys. It'd be very, very tough, I know that, but our program has been built by seniors, and that's my hope.
All right, that is a possibility. Everything's up in the air still here on Tuesday after this game, but the Jacks have a bye date on September 22nd. If they would schedule another game, it would have to be on that date most likely. Drake is a name that's being kicked around right now. They had their game canceled in Des Moines on Saturday night, and their bye dates do hook up. The dates match up. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but it is a possibility. And SDSU does not really have to schedule another game. They've still got 10 games left. The magic number to make the FCS playoffs every year seems to be 7. They can still do that. So there's really no saying right now how this is going to affect the playoff positioning if the Jacks get there at the end of the season. So unlikely, I would say, that they will reschedule another game during the year. So we'll see.
Well, I mean, you hate to get games canceled, but you escape the weekend with no injuries.
Yeah.
It's not a loss. And do they get the check, the money?
It was a big payday, $425,000. They do not have that check yet. There is the athletic director at Iowa State says yes, it's going to happen, but as of this afternoon, they do not have that check in their hand. So we'll see on that.
But he's on record.
Still so much up in the air, but he is on record saying that, yes.
All right, thanks so much, Tom. Good stuff.
Thanks, Stu.